Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah. Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto, well under 20, way down low, total carbs. I have a question for you. Are you as confused as I am? I, one of my clients was saying that she watches a bunch of different videos and how confused she gets. And I totally agree with her. I've just done 3 overnights in a row, so I had plenty of time to listen to plenty of videos. And, you can always make up your mind for yourself. And I always suggest that you do that. And how do we get there? Well, how we get there sometimes is a, up and down zigzag road. It's not total success right out of the gate. And so we have to learn what works for us. And, sometimes you can listen to a video where they will even talk about spices and how spices can affect your gut biome and this and that, and give this up and don't go near that. And it's kind of crazy making. And I feel bad. I feel bad for people that are just starting keto because it's totally confusing out there. So I know that I'm totally confused, and I've been doing my own strict and structured and disciplined version of keto for, I think, 4 years. Well, 3 years of strict keto and no grains or sugars with low carb, high fat for 3 years. And then I switched over. So 5 years without grains and sugars. And gosh, it's confusing out there. And I just listened to, a man that probably influenced me into keto. I first began listening to him. And he was, initially his philosophy was to get you to heal your body with whole foods. Just eat some whole foods, don't worry about it, and we'll get to the weight loss part, chapter 2, later on. Let's just get you from eating the junk food. And he was always talking about you can't heal yourself by suddenly starting a keto food plan so much as just beginning to eat real foods. And it's Dr. Berg, and he's a huge believer in lots of leafy greens. And it's funny because the people that I seem to watch, run into, believe in are a lot of them are carnivore as well as strict keto, as well as, in particular, older women that suddenly have issues with veggies. And a lot of them are like me, that they've loved their veggies, but suddenly the veggies stop loving back. And how confusing that is, because he's talking about it and he doesn't count the carbs of veggies. And so I just watched, it was probably 12 minutes long. And as somebody said about another person's video, well, there's 15.1 seconds of my life I'll never get back. And so I watched it and I was totally confused because he doesn't even count cruciferous and leafy greens, non-starchy veggies. He doesn't count the carbs in that. Then he's talking about a zero carb kickstart for super weight loss, or whatever the term was that he used. And I was confused after watching it because he's like, you don't have this, you don't have that. And you keep your protein to 3.6 ounces. And that's for the whole day. And what was the other thing? Oh, he has 55 grams of protein a day. And I just upped my protein to where I'm anywhere between 60 and 70 grams a day. Not every day, but most of those days. Anyway, I've upped it 20 grams, so it's 50 to 70. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, now I'm going to start believing I'm doing this whole thing wrong when my body seems to be responding to less veggies, less green leafies, and a little bit more protein, which comes in the form, usually I still have the same portion of meat, but I will have the cottage cheese added to it. I put that on the 50 grams of the baby butter, Olivia's greenies that I have. Anyway, so I got very, very confused, and he's only one of them. You know, there's a lot of peers that I listen to that do things differently too. Don't have, if you're carnivore, don't have salt with this. You can't have any butter. You still can't drink your coffee. You know, just this and that. And so it makes us consumers of whatever program we're on, whether it's keto or carnivore or some variation in between, we have to really be consumers for our very own body and see how something works, how something fits. And so I still have my keto pizza, which is made with almond flour. So, you know, I'm definitely somewhere in the middle. But anyway, I find it very confusing. And I think that what it's going to give different people with their confusion is great expectations of following something and having the same success as maybe a different gender than you are, if you're a female listening to a male. And somebody did comment that he felt that, she felt that Dr. Berg did not know how to relate to women and hormones and the fluctuations and everything else. And that he's kind of hasn't dug deep enough into female needs nutritionally. And so anyway, I found it all very interesting and confusing. And I don't know, I guess that even for me, and I would consider myself a veteran of definitely low carb, high fat, and keto, to just, you know, come out of that going, where is everybody going with this? Because he's even changed in the 5 years that I've listened to him with what he thinks. And, you know, I know, of course, he's with his wife, Karen, and how, you know, she's an experiment in herself being a female, and how her success or her non-success, you know, I'm sure they talk about it at some point. And I don't mean, I'm not bashing him. I still listen to him. I listen to him live on Fridays. And like I listened to this Kickstarting Your Keto for a little bit more weight loss. And so, but there's other ones too. And it just gets confusing. So what do I do in my own keto, little carnivore food plan? But what do I do? Well, I have a portion of protein, meat usually. We have seafood every now and then, but it's more then than now. And, you know, I'm a beef eater, and I'll have a pork chop each week. But the other days, you know, 5 to 6 days a week, I'm having some variation of beef. And it just works for me. That's the part that I kind of lean towards the carnivores that have beef every single day. But I do have, it started off as, well, I went from 150 to 200 grams of green leafy lettuces every day. Now I'm down to 50 to 60, depending. And that's it. And it's still not every day. And some days, like tomorrow, in my food plan tomorrow, I think I've only allowed for 30 grams of the lettuce. I'm having the leftover stew, which has minimal Brussels sprouts and cauliflower crumbles in it. But let me show you what it is that I'm having tomorrow. Today is the big green egg, so I'm having a couple of Brussels sprouts, 40 grams of asparagus, and like 3 ounces of cauliflower crumbles. So that's my busyness today. That's once a week we cook on the big green egg, and that is definitely the treat. But tomorrow's the leftover stew, and I'm having 1,300, as you can see, 1,346 calories. My weight from Thursday that I put in for the whole week until I reweigh next Thursday is 121.2. I am having 40 grams of the baby butter lettuce. I'm having the leftover stew is high fat. And so the one serving I have a 682. I'm counting 8 ounces of 80/20 burger. I'm having 30 grams of good culture cottage cheese. And my macros. Hello, my macros. Like I said, 1346 for the calories, 37 for the protein. So see, it's a low protein day. So it all balances out at the end of the week, I think, because I go, up and down a little bit. So it's not same old for my stomach. My carbs are 7 total. I don't do net, never have. It's too slippery a slope for me. And my fat is 118 for the day. And that's the 1,346 calories that I'm having. So I'm very happy with that. And yeah, by the end of the week, I've had like differences in my protein, differences in my carbs, and then the extra veggies that I have on Sunday with the big green egg, and then the keto pizza on Saturday that keeps this sane and abstinent, because I'm having that, and it keeps me in that you can still have pizza place. I know it's kind of funny. So that's how I'm rolling. I understand the confusion. I understand people that go in with the great expectations. If you've had a standard American diet like I have for 60 years, with lots of carbs and lots of sugars and all kinds of CRAP that come from the middle aisles and the freezer section, I understand. And you might be led to believe that you're going to drop 40 pounds in 30 days and all of your lab work will come back stellar. It doesn't work that way. There's a lot of years into the woods with the insulin resistance and things like that. So you just have to have your feet planted in reality and know that it will happen. Now, here I am 5 years into this with no sugar or grains, and it's taken this long to see my arms go down a little bit with the fat and my thighs go down a little bit with the fat. And they still can't be viewed in public because, there's just so much old lady stuff going on. But my arms have reduced. They're not going to be guns that you see on the 6 o'clock news, never ever. But it takes a while to lose some of the saggy skin, as well as get your metabolism going well. So I just want to have you be in reality. That's what this channel is about. This channel is about feeling better, being in reality, and not being crazy with the great expectations that some people can lead you to. And I just, no offense, Dr. Berg, but when you listen to him, just be careful, because I think that as a woman, you can handle a little bit more protein than what he says. And with our hormones, I think that we need a nice basis of fat. And so do not worry, but you have to work on your problem. And each time you make a change with food or fats or macro, something like that, do it for a week. See how your body feels. Don't expect to have more protein Thursday night and Friday, if you're not feeling like a 20-year-old again, then say, oh, I'm not going to do it anymore. So have realistic expectations of your body and your level of doing your keto food plan in the woods, into the woods and back out again. And have patience, because your body is healing. Okay? That's why I say our recovery is like a turtle. It's slow and steady, winning the race. Okay? All right? So, you can watch the Young Wonders and wonder. But this station is about slow and steady wins the race, and enjoy your food while you're getting there. Why not? Right? You don't have to deprive yourself. But I don't keto-fy, and I don't have great expectations. I just do my foods, follow what I have, weigh and measure, and go about enjoying my OMAD. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto. And as you could see, it was 7 total carbs for the day. And if you need that one-on-oneing, you can find me at ketocoachingsarah.com, ketocoachingsarah.com. I have phone and email packages. I will see you the next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye for now.